The evening in London was soft and misty. Light rain was turning the whole city into a blurred dream. Lucas walked along the Thames with his hands in his jacket pockets. The air smelled of tea, the streets were cold, and inside his heart lived a quiet loneliness. His friends often said, "Lucas, why are you always so silent?" But he only smiled, because the storm inside him was something no one could ever hear. That same evening, as the rain began to fall harder, a girl came running toward him. Her umbrella was broken, and her face carried a hint of panic. Lucas smiled and said, "Looks like London's rain is angry with you too." The girl laughed. "Or maybe it's just as shy as you." From that moment, an invisible thread tied their worlds together. Two strangers, one rain, one smile, and a new story began. The rain stopped, but the conversation flowed endlessly. The girl introduced herself as Amila. She was from York, studying art, and had a gift for hiding emotions in her paintings. Lucas was a photographer, someone who trapped feelings in frames. That night, as they shared tea, time seemed to freeze. Sometimes destiny decides everything in a single moment, and that night it planted the first seed of love in their hearts. Days turned into weeks, and every day brought a new shade to their bond. Lucas and Amila spent their time in London's parks, art galleries, and rooftops. Lucas would say, "Amila, when you smile, the whole world lights up." She would reply, "And when you look at me, time stands still." Their love quietly spread between them, like a melody only hearts can hear. One day, Lucas saw one of Amila's paintings, two hands reaching for each other, but separated by a deep crack. Lucas asked softly, "Why the crack?" Amila whispered, "It's the distance between dreams and reality." At that moment, Lucas realized there was a hidden pain inside her, one she tried to hide from the world. And yet, he fell in love with that pain too. He captured new pictures for her every day, and she searched for his light in every frame. Their love wasn't written in words. It was painted in moments. Amila's final year at college was coming to an end. She received an invitation from a prestigious gallery in York, the chance of her dreams, but it meant leaving London and leaving Lucas. Lucas stayed quiet, but fear had begun to stir inside him. One evening, Amila asked, "Lucas, what if I go away?" He answered gently, "Love never goes away. It just changes places." Tears welled up in her eyes. "But what if this dream takes me away from you forever?" Lucas took her hand and said, "Then I'll fight your dreams to win you back. But reality is always stronger than dreams." Amila had to go. Lucas stood at the airport, rain pouring down, the same rain that had once brought them together. Amila turned around, her eyes asking one last question. "Will we ever meet again?" Lucas simply whispered, "Always." Months passed. Lucas spent his days staring at the photos and paintings Amila sent him, each one more distant than the last. Then one day, he heard that Amila's art exhibition had arrived in London. He went there, lights, people, walls filled with colors, and he stopped before one particular painting. It showed two hands finally touching, the crack between them gone. Below it, Amila's signature read, "To Lucas, who taught me what love feels like in silence." Tears rolled down his cheeks. Suddenly, he heard a familiar voice behind him. "Does the rain still make you quiet?" Lucas turned around. Amila was standing there, her hair wet, her smile unchanged. The rain began to fall again. Lucas said, "I don't know if this rain is our beginning or our end." Amila replied, "Maybe both, because some stories never end. They just live on in the heart." They both laughed, and the rain grew heavier. On the streets of London, two souls once again became one. Love never dies. It only changes its form. Sometimes in pictures, sometimes in memories, and sometimes in the whispers of rain. Cloud with rain dizzy.